What up, my awesome viewers? It is Rio Gion here, and check this one out. I love doing that. That feels so awesome. This is the ipega Red Knight, something that might fit the Note 9. Does not. Does it truly fit the Note 9 though? The unboxing sure said it does. So let's find out. This is a very interesting looking controller for me because of the accordion style of how the controller is spread. I'm not even sure if I described that correctly. I dig the red and black theme they got going on, hence the name. The face buttons lights up red, which is a really nice touch that makes the controller more premium than what it should be. The D-pad and analog sticks look janky, if that's even a word, and I'll get more to that later on. I like the fact that there's an on-off switch because for some weird reason it makes me feel safe to know that the controller is off instead of relying on something like long pressing the home button. But the good thing about these ipega controllers is that once you turn off the Bluetooth, the controller automatically turns itself off, so technically I don't even need to use the switch. The controller itself is somewhat portable because height wise it's taller than most controllers, but I think you should be able to fit in most jacket pockets. I wouldn't say pants pocket unless it's cargo, then I can see it working, or you can just put the phone in the controller and just carry it around one piece. Another nice touch is that the inside have these little rubber pieces that protects the phone from being scratched. I really like this attention to detail. The controller does feel good in the hands. When I put my Note 9 on it without the case, it feels like it's one piece. This is nice because it gives me the feeling like this is a console instead of a phone and a controller. The analog sticks feel alright. It's certainly not the best. It's actually closer to the worst because it feels chintzy when I use it. The good thing is that it does click, so it has that going for it, which is nice. The D-pad feels really good and performs really well. I'll get more to that later on. The face buttons are smaller than what I would have liked. They feel good to press, not tactile like other controllers, or should I say not as tactile. I love the shoulder buttons. They are really tactile, give you a lot of confidence when you use them. Overall, this is a pretty good feeling controller, and here's how it sounds. So I know in the beginning of the unboxing of this controller, it fits with the Note 9 with the case, but there's a huge but. The R1 and the L1 buttons would become stiff and unpressable. So it means that you have to give up those two buttons if you want to use the Note 9 with the case when using this particular controller. On the other hand, when taking the case off, it works just fine. If you're playing games where you would be using all four shoulder buttons, then I would say take off the case, put it in your pocket somewhere, and just use the phone. If you don't need all four buttons, then by all means use the phone with the case, but you probably should be extra careful because the way how the phone is set up with the case, it seems like the phone's gonna pop out of the controller. I would highly recommend against using the phone with the case if you're using this particular controller. To be honest, I don't know what the battery life is on this controller really, because when I look things up on some websites, it says this controller got 400 milliamps, and then I look at the back of the controller and it says it got 500 milliamps. Then some websites say it got 6 hours of gameplay, other websites say it got 10 hours of gameplay. I have no ideas. I'm sorry guys. Personally, I would charge this controller between 3-day intervals. Most days I would play maybe 1-2 hours, sometimes 4, depending on how slow my workday is. So I would say it's pretty good because the one thing that I realize is I don't play as much as I think I would. So leave a comment below for this particular section of the battery life. So what do you guys think? This technically does fit the Note 9, but can't with a case unless you want to sacrifice these two little buttons here. If you don't mind that, I mean, this isn't that bad. And I still love doing that. The build quality is pretty good. And the price, I mean, the price is actually really good for what it is. It lights up. That's pretty freaking cool. And yeah, it's pretty much kind of up to you if you have a Note 9. If you don't have a Note 9, if you have a smaller phone, yes, I say go for this one. Because this is the kind of controllers that turns your phone into a console. And not just a controller and a phone. You guys kind of get what I'm going at here? Yeah. Anyways, this is a pretty decent buy for considering, I mean, the analog sticks aren't the best. There are flaws. It's not perfect. I don't think anything is perfect. But anyways, if you want to pick this one up and support me at the same time, you guys are awesome. I'll put a link to this controller down below so you guys can click it and buy it. And of course, if you made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button down there. Don't forget to ring that bell to become part of the mighty notification squad. And of course, as always, you right there, you stay awesome.